Sparky, right? Sparky, you light a fire, you burn stuff up.
Oh, yes. I like that. Sparky! Work it.
It sounds too much like Smokey.
Right, thank you. Right.
Sparky! Can I borrow your visa?
Prior to the break, what were we talking about?
We're talking about
drugs,
the benefits of 420, the education of it.
Drugs.
We have ventured off into the opportunity of being released from incarceration for said crimes that are now legalized.
Yep.
We
Like murder.
last encouraged
Was a case that
those
they
that
gave
are
me.
in the states of our founding fathers that do purge be released upon notification of the beginning of the purge, at least for 12 hours. And I feel like if you don't get caught, you ain't got to go back till the next purge.
That's true. You got 12 hours to plan it. So
I want to know
get out
where
the
this
country.
purge is taking place at. That's what I want to know.
Wherever you are.
Run, Mr. Divine.
I don't have to run. I'm the one running after.
Well, it's supposed to be all 50
Okay.
states. When and if they do it, it'll be all 50 states, United States, which means I guess you got to be out of the country, and hopefully the other countries that you go to aren't having purge that night.
Right,
And if they are having purge, maybe it's a different week that
But
they do
actually,
purge.
I don't know, because you think about the different time zones, it'd be like a 24-hour rampage.
Exactly, because you can go from one to another, so you can like skip from time zone to time zone, and you can get you a good 2-3 days in.
But you know, the purpose of the purge in the movies was it kept crime down because people were able to purge within that time frame. I think crime would actually go up.
Kept crime down over 360, how many days in a year? 365?
364.
So for 364 days,
Well, no,
crime was down.
right, that's
But
what
that
I'm saying.
365th
But
day,
their original intention was to
Control population control.
right,
control.
to kill
right.
black folk.
Right. The
Underprivileged poor, because the taxpayers' dollars were going towards taking care of them and housing assistance
would
and
be the one
food
to
and
put
things of
something
that
like that
nature.
in place.
And that's what people were saying. That would be something he'd probably want to propose.
Well, right now he just started with a wall.
Exactly.
He wasn't bold enough to start with a. You start with a purge, the whole White House get raided by
Exactly.
That would be
Wakanda.
true.
So like, pull you down.
Right. Umbatu. God.
T'Challa.
What's the sound you made earlier?
I didn't make any sound.
Yes, you did.
It wasn't
Yes,
me.
you did.
It wasn't
It
me.
was.
What
Gorilla
happens
sound.
off camera stays off camera.
What happens off camera turned 5 in February.
Turn 5 in February.
He'll be a 5-year-old.
I was about to say, I think that's what they mean.
You know what I'm talking about, right?
I'm
See y'all
confused
next.
too. Who'll be a 5-year-old in February?
So there was a comedian. She was like, "What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas." She said, "The devil. What happened in Vegas turns 5 in February." She got pregnant in Vegas, so it didn't stay in Vegas. And her Vegas trip.
Yeah, but how did it turn 5? That's 5 years.
later.
The child.
It's a child.
It's a child.
What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas.
I understand that, and it comes back to bite you in 9 months.
No, she
already
was,
had the child.
She's had the child. It was a comedian expressing a past tense experience.
He the last one to get it. I get it. He the last one to get it.
I don't know if he been to Vegas ever.
I've been there a half dozen times, but in 9 months is when you get a kid, so that's when the evidence.
What she's talking about is what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas.
Except 9 months later.
No. She said to the crowd, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. No, it don't, because in February it's turning 5. So she's letting people know. Like,
her personal experience.
Yes.
What happened in Vegas on February 5th is turning 5 years old. Okay. I thought you meant just in general. Because in general, I'm like, baby's 9 months.
The
That's what my
women
mama
got it.
told me.
I know, right?
That should tell you something. The women got it.
Mm.
It's okay. You've been working too much. You need to take a rest.
I'm not a
You
woman.
need a hemp oil massage.
There you
go.
go.
Hook him up.
Wait a lotion.
How'd that work?
Right.
And do you get the pinky toe or what?
And close the door.
Right.
Right out here, boy. Close my door. That's it.
Okay.
No, we were also discussing with Sparky T. You had actually made mention of the entrepreneurship entrepreneurship, I made mention of it being an opportunity for minorities, and you expressed that it's a huge market for women.
Yes.
Women.
Yes, they are. Sometimes, when people say minorities, we think about racial minority, but another minority group that is really jumping in are women. There are a lot of women that are getting involved, so much so that Time Magazine just did a piece called "Women in Marijuana." Like, they did a whole magazine that they put out a special issue. And so in there, they were talking about the different ways, and some of them were doing funding. And so like crowdfunding.
Concoction that you can wear on your wrist like a watch, and every so often it'll release.
It's called a patch. And they have something similar.
Time release patch. They already have it.
You understand? It goes directly into your bloodstream, not through your skin, through that organ. It just goes direct. But what the problem with that is?
That's
called
IV.
crack.
That's a walking IV.
That's crack right there. Be like,
right. We'll try to load other stuff in it, so scratch that. I'll come back with something.
okay. Give it some more thought.
Okay.
But it is a good way. It's a good thing to think about, and it's a good way that you can transmit. They do have patches now that you can just put on your arm, your back, or wherever, and it just time releases.
I know it releases nicotine, but
no, I'm talking about they have THC and CBD. They have 420 patches. That's what I call them, 420 patches.
I got a mosquito bite. That's a Band-Aid.
So you can just put it on there.
It's a Band-Aid. Don't worry about it. A little owie.
Can you get on the plane with stuff like that?
Yes, TSA just approved that if you have your...
She excited.
I know. She's like, I can fly.
We're going to Amsterdam.
Yeah, it's a game changer. Even like when you're talking about people being incarcerated. Yeah, so many people trying to bring their stuff through TSA and they're getting locked up or it's getting taken out their bags or whatever. People that can now prove that they have their medical card and things like that are allowed.
Where can I get a medical card?
You can fly and get on Cloud 9. That's awesome.
Right?
Yeah. You can be
on your way to Amsterdam.
So
how do you get a medical card?
Well, you get a medical card in states that have medical, marijuana that's
permissible.
That's legal. And
can you go to that state and then come back to your state?
You're supposed to be a resident. You have some people that are
get a P.O. box.
Hey, you quick on that.
Y'all talking about circumventing. I understand. So people that are legal residents, they can get a medical card, in that state. Some states have even made it as easy as you can get it online. But you're dealing with a doctor that's, in that state and different things.
An online doctor?
So they're doing
from
different
Singapore.
No, like from California or from, so that people that are in California don't even have to go to the doctors to actually see a doctor. They can do different things, and there's different ways.
So a person can say, I'm a resident in California and I'm online, and Mr. California doctor give me a card, and obviously he gonna want a fee for that, so I pay him his fee.
And now companies pay for that, or when a doctor's prescribe certain things, they get paid.
Who pay for the medical card?
Yeah,
the consumer.
The consumer.
Exactly.
The consumer pays for the medical card.
Okay.
Insurance companies ain't gonna do that. They smarter than that, because everybody gonna jump on that bandwagon. They gonna go broke. Insurance companies ain't going out like that. So now the consumer pays it, and it creates another income stream for the doctors, in addition to the prescriptions that they're already getting paid on the back end and the front end for, which is why they like to prescribe prescriptions.
Yes.
This just happens to be another one that they now get to prescribe and now capitalize upon, and it's the man trying to keep his finger on.
Two consonants.
I was waiting for it.
Two consonants. I was counting 3, 2. There you go.
There's the man.
Who is the man, actually?
Anybody
the one in the mirror
capitalizes upon the things that we should be capitalizing upon, but we allow them to control us because we're consumers. We're not owners. We're not the boss. We're not the man. Therefore, we have to take orders from somebody else, and we never get off Front Street, and we always at the low man on the totem pole with no power, no authority.
Guns just said it's the man in the mirror.
I understand that, but that would be an erroneous statement.
No, because you just made a statement that the man is the one that capitalizes on us, right?
The power that has a control.
But you
that
also made a statement that we allow. So if we relinquish our control and our ability,
you become a peasant.
But you said we relinquish. And again, so the man is a man in the mirror because I've relinquished the opportunities. Although we are the land of the free, land of the free, home of the brave, there's still some aspects and opportunities that are afforded to us that we just automatically assume I ain't gonna get it no way.
Right.
So I ain't even gonna try.
Because you're still waiting for your 40 acres and a mule. That ain't never gonna come.
I'm just waiting for 420.
Who promised 40 acres and a mule? Matter of fact, I want to know who promised.
And what would I do with a mule? They're slow and stubborn.
It was probably Abraham Lincoln.
That's what I was getting ready to
The
say. Was
whole
it Abraham?
emancipation.
But is it in writing? Because I really want mine.
It's in writing, but it's locked up. We can't see it, so it ain't.
Instead of mules, they just start giving out puppies. You got quite a few, so
Got 3.
there you go.
One is sick
Instead of
though.
a mule.
He keeps losing weight. I can't get him to gain weight.
Don't they got pet CBD oils?
They do.
I know they do.
I
I'm
need to
telling
talk
you.
to you at the break because I swear I will buy some today. He already
we went to
running
the
in the
Essence
walls.
Festival.
So.
There was somebody out with a snake, and we literally said that they have had to have blown marijuana in the snake's
Face.
Why would you say
face,
that?
because it was very sedated for all the crowded people, and like it was over for somebody to have a long,
Big.
Was it a
8-foot
python?
It wasn't as big as a python, but it was huge, and it was just like it just sat there. It didn't even
like half dead.
Yeah, it didn't even move.
I have a snake that's half dead. He must be
half baked. Yeah, it didn't even move on the owner. Like it just sat there.
I was actually watching YouTube last night, and I was watching this documentary on killer whales, orcas. I promise you this happened.
420.
They were talking about how they drugged the orcas at SeaWorld to sort of have them sedated and over in the UK. Right, and I'm like, they really pump drugs into these big whales and stuff like that to train them. It's like, yeah, but then they were talking about whale aggression, like how they get aggressive when those drugs tend to wear off, and how people are paying for these drugs, these whales to be drugged, and they don't realize it. They just see entertainment and they laughing and they want to see them splash and jump up. And I'm like, as bad as I wanted to go to SeaWorld now, I'm not even going.
It's just
I will go on some type of expedition on a boat somewhere.
Right. See the
right. Exactly. I was like, that is so sad.
You're not gonna be able to touch them and put your little hand in there.
It's okay.
And kiss them and lick them down, and people like that kind of experience.
What they were talking is the bond
like
for
licking whales.
the bond from. No, I don't know. But you were right because they were touching them and feeling the
We
bond.
don't do that kind of stuff.
Right. They were talking on the documentary that the people had the bond with the whales, but the whales didn't have the bond with the people because they were so sedated and drugged up, and they had no choice but to comply with the training things and stuff like that. I'm like, I never knew.
That's what they do with the hose. When they like capture the people through the, what do you call it? The drug trafficking, the human trafficking stuff.
You made the 15-year-old get up.
No, I'm just saying. When you human traffic women, how they control them
I got a follow-up question
is
for you.
through the drugs.
How do you know this?
Sedated.
How do you know
There
this?
was a documentary that I saw on YouTube. It was right after the orcas, and it talked about human trafficking and how they sedate women in order to get them to comply.
So it was a whole drug
to
series
make money
I was watching.
on.
First of all, I was watching my own whale stuff at my own house in my own massage room. Thank you very much.
And I was watching my own.
Actually, no, I hadn't entered it, but I'm going to get some to see how it is on a couple of people that I touch on. Yeah, yeah. I am not licensed.
Be
by the way.
afraid. Be very afraid.
I'm gonna need you to get them. I'm gonna need you to put some mist on his mic so that when he inhales, they just kind of. He was like, "You tuned in."
Yes, they do. That's why I said nothing wrong with that. All things.
Now, what fibers are your clothes made of?
I actually know more about 420 than I know. I didn't know it was called 420.
You just didn't know that. That's
It was on the down low.
That's culture
Tell us
talk.
about your game. Tell us how.
Okay, so the show is All Things 420. It's going to be on Saturdays at 5:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Got you.
Bless God.
Got you.
Yes.
If you all are experienced in the 420 environment as an educator, as a pharmacist, be it street or CVS. If you're an attorney, be it defendant or opposing a contract, right, whatever that is, reach out to Sparky T. She would love to interview and talk more. This is a very educational topic that you have, and although we make light of it, it is definitely something that you light, literally Sparky T.
Arson extraordinaire.
There we go. So make sure.
I just saw it on TV. I don't know how to do it.
Make sure you
Say
reach
no to
out to
drugs.
Sparky T. She'd love an opportunity to interview, and I would love to hear more about the conversation and educate. And I feel like medical marijuana is kind of like electric cars. We was like, yeah, right, whatever. Now Tesla's like the hottest thing around,
Right.
Because everybody just kind of,
Valid point.
blew it off a little bit. Like, oh yeah, okay,
Yeah.
whatever.
And even think about before Tesla came full fledged, you had the other hybrid cars,
The hybrid
like
cars.
Prius,
and
Right.
Ford,
And nobody,
Fords and
they
different-
looked and they thought a little bit about it. Yeah. The Jetsons been telling y'all all along that them cars was coming, and they did.
That's right.
Therefore, not SpongeBob, who the one always
That's
high?
Flintstone. Oh,
No,
The one what?
the cartoon.
That's always high.
Talking
about Shaggy? Yeah, Shaggy and Scooby-Doo.
They've been telling you about this medicinal education.
Scooby Doo be high.
That's
What
why
do you
they
think a
always want the
Scooby snack
Scooby
is?
snacks. Yes, Scrappy with Shaggy.
Yes.
On that note, family,
With
you
that,
are
with that lung
tuned
cancer
in.
voice.
I cannot.
Hey, Shaggy.
You're tuned in to the Profit and Growth Hour here on WDRB Media, the voice of the community. Was so good. Scooby,
Yes,
Scooby,
Scooby and Shaggy. Even the Cheshire Cat on Alice in Wonderland.
I knew he was.
Absolutely.
No, it was a caterpillar that.
Yeah, but the
He
Cheshire
was on
Cat
hookah.
wouldn't go